Hey everybody, it's Brad at Deere Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2010 John Deere 326D that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, show you everything I see, and I'll tell you everything I know about this particular machine. We'll fire it up, we'll run it through its paces. We'll show you the front pins, let you hear the engine, show you the hydraulics are strong. As always, if you are in the market for a used skid steer, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one is a 2010 Deere 326D cab, heat, air, 2-speed. It is H-pattern controls. It's got a power coupler, weight kit, pre-emissions diesel engine, block heater, 2,600 pound lift capacity, 8,125 pound operating weight, and this one has 3,175 hours. So here in a little bit, like I said, we'll fire it up. We'll show you these front pins up here. Top pins are pretty tight. Bottom pins have a little bit of play. I wouldn't call them sloppy, but there's definitely a little bit of play. More so, like I said, on those bottom pins than the top ones. As I get up close to here, you'll see it's actually a pretty darn nice machine as far as condition goes, especially for a 15-year-old skid steer. The paint's still fairly bright. This gray, as you can see here, is still pretty bright. It's got some chips and stuff up here in the front where they all do. We'll look at that a little later, but the sides of the arms here, a little bit of paint just chipping off of the edges, as you can see here and here, but otherwise that gray is pretty darn bright, especially for a 15-year-old machine. This gray, if you've been around them a lot, it tends to get chalky looking. Kind of part of the decal peeled off there, and just some scuffs and scratches in the paint, but otherwise that loader arm's nice and straight. Back decal's decent, kind of got some chips, and same down here in the Leaping Deer. You can see there's some scratches and stuff in that decal, but otherwise pretty darn straight. Looking at the front tire on this side, pretty darn deep tread depth there. I'm gonna say we're at least 70%. I think I'm being very fair there. Really no weather checking to speak of. And taking a little step back, looking at the front rim on this side. Down here I see one ding in the rim on that outer edge. Otherwise it's just some paint chipped off and peeling and flaking in some spots there, as you'll see. Come back, look at the rear tire on this side. Matches up really well to that front. Again, really no weather checking to speak of. And taking a little step back, looking at that rim. Again, just some paint chipped off and peeling off, but the outer edge, I don't see any big dings on this rim. And then looking in here on the side of the frame, as you'll see there, pretty darn bright yellow paint still. It is flaking off in some spots, got a couple little scuffs and scratches, but for a 15-year-old machine, pretty darn nice. Back here, a couple spots where it's flaking off around the edges. Weight kit, like I said. Come around to the back. Take a look at this back end. That back door seems pretty good. I don't see any major dents or dings there. Looks like this is tweaked just a little bit there. I don't know how you guys can see that. I don't know why the gap's not as I see why. This plastic's cracked here, so it's letting this this door is resting a little lower on this side, because that little chunk right there of this door is out, where that one has like a little bit of a lip that it sits on, so that's why that's sitting down a little bit lower. The lights on the back look good. As you can see here, some of that gray paint is peeling off back here. And even down here, this bottom edge is pretty good. Just some small paint chips there and some scratches where you would chain it down. Coming around back here, weight kit looks good on this side. Take a look at the rear tire on this side. Matches up really well to the other two tires we've already looked at. Again, really no weather checking to speak of. Lots of tread life left here on these tires. Taking a step back, looking at the rim on this side, the back. Again, just paint chipped off and peeling. I don't see any major dents or dings in that outer edge there, that rim, just some paint peeling off of it. And coming up, looking at our last front tire here, again, Matches up really well to the other tires. Plenty of life left here in these tires. Again, really no weather checking to speak of. And taking a little step back, the yellow paint's still fairly bright. This one probably has less paint chipped off than any of the others. I don't see any major ding. Small little ding right there in the outer edge of this rim right there, but otherwise just some paint chips and peeling. And then again, looking in here, some paint spot right there where it's chipped off and peeling, and a couple spots back here. Otherwise that yellow paint's fairly bright and reflective. There you can kind of see it's pretty reflective still for a 15-year-old machine. Taking a good look at the loader arm on this side again, some scuffs and scratches in that Leaping Deere logo, some scuffs back here, no huge dings. That decal's got a few spots where the just kind of peeling around the edge. Otherwise, again, that gray paint is still fairly bright. Just some scuffs and scratches here. No spots that I see with anything that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated anywhere on either loader arm or the back of the skid steer mount plate. Coming and taking a look at this bucket. Looks like a lighter duty, newer bucket. Doesn't show a ton of wear there. Cutting edge is flat. I'm not seeing any huge bows in the bottom of that bucket, just some paint missing there in that back section, but that's definitely a lighter duty bucket. We'll go around the back, take a look in here at the engine compartment. I'm gonna use my right hand. All right, try to see what we can see in here. It's kind of hard with these. I'll try to hold the camera steady. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see down in there. And it's probably pretty hard here with this setup. Can't really see in there, but the engine is, I don't think with the camera very well anyways. The engine, there's some dust and dirt in there, but everything looks dry. It's just hard to, I would take these side shields off. It's hard to do with one hand though, while I hold the camera, but everything looks like it's fairly dry in there. Let's see if I can get one of these out. Just take one out. Try to come in over here, kind of get a good glimpse at the side there. You see no oil or diesel or antifreeze running down the side of the block anywhere there, just some dirt and dust. Can't really get this camera in any farther. See if I can get that other shield off, show you the other side. Again, same thing over here. Everything looks fairly dry. I'll try to pause there so you guys can look in there and see. Come over here. Up in there. I don't know how well you guys can see in there, but again, I'm not really seeing any oil or diesel running down the side of the block. I say it with every used machine. If you go over it with a fine-tooth comb, you're gonna find a seep or two somewhere, but everything seems to be fairly dry there. Take a look at the cab. All the glass seems to be good. I don't see any cracks or spider webbing there in any of that glass. Like I said earlier, up here on these front arms, just some paint chipped off up here. Pretty common, normal use for a 15-year-old skid steer. That step's decent. Again, it's missing some paint, but it's not all bent up. Same thing here. This hard plastic piece up here is fairly good. It's got some scuffs and stuff in it, but floorboard down there, everything looks good. Seat, bottom seat cushion, I don't see any cuts or tears, just some dirt. Same thing with that backrest. Everything looks pretty good there. I'm not seeing any cuts or tears. Honestly, the interior here is pretty darn clean for a 15-year-old skid steer. You can see this plastic's still bright. Joystick on this side, everything looks good there. Some of that rubber's starting to get a little thin here. That texture just from use over time. Trigger looks good, that rubber boot, everything looks good there. Coming to this side again, that rubber's starting to show a little bit of wear there. Toggle's good. Trigger on the back side's good. Rubber boot down here is good. All of our controls here. HVAC controls, like I said at the time of this video, AC is blowing cold. Quick attach button. 3175.6 on the hour meter. Like I said, all this plastic in here is pretty darn bright still. This gray plastic looks good back here. The fins there on that HVAC, everything looks normal. Here where these cylinders come up, everything looks good. As you can see, there's quite a bit of grease on it, so it's definitely been greased, which is a good thing. Nothing looks like it's been cracked or welded there. I guess I'll show you the headliner here. Try to go slow. Headliner's pretty darn clean, again, especially for a 15-year-old skid steer. I don't really see any major stains. I don't see any water spots, just a little bit of dust and dirt here and there, but all right, like I said, this one is a 2010 John Deere 326D, 3175 on the hours. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll get those shields put back on and that hood shut, and we'll fire it up and get right into an operational video. Hey everybody, before we start this operational video, I just wanted to show you, after I put those shields back on, this shield over here just wasn't in the spot it was supposed to be. It's sitting a lot more level now. This side shield, when I put it back in, I put it back in exactly how it's supposed to go, and now that back door's sitting level like it's supposed to. I just wanted to point that out before we started this operation video. All right, now we'll get into that operational video.